sound is working. I think I'm recording. Those are important things.
Are you recording?
I think so.
You got all of our voices?
I see the time increasing as we sit here and talk, and I see the sound bars moving as people say words.
So,
Okay.
is there a little red button? A little red light?
There's, yeah.
That sounds reassuring.
Welcome to DungeonBrew.
Welcome back to Dungeon Brew in our adventure of the Dance of Madness, and we are joining our investigators as they continue investigating these books and kind of what's going on and doing some of their side plots. So we last left off that they were in Knott's Haven, and they faced off against Igor Kepler, who had the second book, and they obtained the Book of the Baboon. And on the process of getting the book, they left fairly quickly, and as they were leaving, they happened to pass the police officers who had car trouble that were traveling there to try to take the book. And when they got out of the area, they watched as the bridge behind them was overcome by water, and it seemed like the area had flooded. After they left there, they headed back to Baton Rouge. They weren't quite sure where they needed to go for the third or the fourth book, and so they spent a couple of days to kind of recuperate, heal up, and spend gathering some information, getting supplies. When they did have a chance to even look in the Book of the Baboon, they saw it was very similar to the Book of the Ibis, and they saw again these symbols of what looks like a snake and a symbol that looked like a feline creature. But needless to say, you have a second book. You saw some of those images, but again, you can't really make heads or tails of the information within the book. As you're spending your time there, though, probably starting about your third day there, and you're trying to, again, reach kind of an idea of where you need to go and look at maybe travel arrangements. You experience this... an experience you had the first time when you obtained the first book. You all of a sudden everything goes dark for you, and
While we're driving?
no, you're not driving. You're just kind of around Baton Rouge. Everything goes dark, and you find yourself again in this place where you looked up in the sky. You could kind of see the sky. You remember you kind of came out of it in a daze. But this time it seems like it's moving quicker. You're kind of more familiar with this setting, and you see the stars again. You look like you're in an arena of some type where there's in the middle this stage. And if you remember the last time, you were up kind of there was like a stage in the middle, and then the sides slanted up like seating almost. And you were up on the side, and you witness these people on the stage doing, and also creatures doing these weird movements. And you heard a sound of what sounded like a eerie music. You couldn't really make heads or tails of it, but there was just this strange sound that was coming out. And there was like this black void in the middle that was there, and things were dancing around it. And then you saw these images of snakes coming over the top and pouring down, and these like feline creatures from all sorts of like cats or tigers, big feline creatures to large ones. And they were coming up, and they met in the middle, fighting each other and having this battle. And you also saw this man with a cane on the stage. Well, this time as you come through, you're not in the same position. You're actually on the stage. You see that the snakes are still there, and they just keep coming. All you see from like the top half up is just snakes everywhere. coming towards the center. And all you see from kind of the lower half, except for on the stage, are just these feline creatures moving up to fight. And as you're doing this, you are now on the stage, but the stage is slightly different. Not that it has physically changed, but one thing is absent that you notice: the music is gone. There is no music playing now. There are just the people and these strange creatures moving about. But as you look at the people moving, again, their movements are totally bizarre when you watch them. Their arms are moving in ways that doesn't seem humanly possible. Even their torso and their legs and their head even move in what seems should be painful, and yet they keep going and keep moving. And you see these creatures that do not resemble, or what look like creatures, or you're not really sure, but they're moving as well. And their movement is much more again, similar to what you see people doing, but it doesn't seem to be like it would be as painful for them. And you're observing all of this, and you can see each other there. And the first time you didn't really notice each other, but this time you do. And you can see each other, but you also see in front of you is the man with the cane. And he will look towards you, and he will just smile. Let me show you a picture of what you're seeing. He'll have a suit on. He looks very well dressed. And he will look at all of you. Your time is drawing near as you finish collecting the books. The others have become aware of you, and they're going to try to stop you. You must keep pushing forward.
How far away is this guy from us?
Oh, he's probably like 5. We'll say 10 feet. He wants to respect your personal space.
That was nice of him.
Yeah.
What's your name, old timer?
Let's just say that I am known as something that is older than any of you know.
I think the big cheese has forgotten his name there, Jack.
I am known as the Crawling Chaos. That name will suffice. I think you mean your person you're looking for. I believe his name is Bernard.
Bernard. You know where he's at? I could give a shit about your books.
I do. And you will soon have time to find him and figure out what you plan to do with him.
That name was in one of our books, right? The Crawling.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, and I don't know if you all... Well, you would have saw it, Jack. It was in about the... there was a typing. It said Creeping Chaos, but it should have said Crawling Chaos of the Muses. And he will actually look over to Simon, and I've been helping you along the way, giving you information and helping you write your playwright.
Have you now?
Jack's gonna look at Simon. You damn idiot, you know that, right?
That's still to be determined.
No, it's pretty much determined at this point.
I'm trying to quickly understand here who exactly you are, Mr. Big Cheese, and how much cush it's going to take to get us out of this predicament.
Well, right now I have this time to talk with you. You will soon be moving on to another place in which you will face off against another guardian of the books. They have discovered what you're doing, and the Supreme, who I think you have heard about, and Dr. Gavin Thornburg have used their powers to take you to them.
Might understand, Theodore, that this is the good guy standing on the stage with us. This crap and chaos.
Captain Chaos.
He'll smile.
One named Captain Chaos is probably not a good guy.
He'll just smile and beliefs of good and evil have no meaning in what you all are doing.
If you're so invested in us collecting books and things, why aren't you actually doing something about it yourself? What exactly are you wanting us to do with these things once we got them?
Well, I'll answer those questions for you.
Well,
You
good,
see,
'cause
we're
you
all...
didn't answer my last one.
What was your last one?
Where Barney's at.
I told you you will meet him before
Yeah,
long.
that's not really an answer, but go ahead.
As far as we are all pawns in this, and I have my own masters that I must serve, and it prevents me from doing things directly. However, I have been helping each and every one of you. I have been the source of you coming here. For example,
I don't really want to be here, so...
Jack,
I don't think that's something to thank you for.
you received a message under your door telling you where to go to try to find your missing girl. And
That was a job.
it was a job, but you were at a dead end. And you received a message that gave you information about going to Chaplin. That was
Didn't
from-
find her in Chaplin, though.
No, but it started you on the course.
got
You will
drug
need the
all over
books
the
in order
south.
to solve the things that you need. I need something, you need something. We're all helping each other.
So what is it you think you need from us?
Well, I would like to see the books destroyed. You've seen the terrible things these books have done to others. You've seen what they've done in Chaplin. You've seen what they did in Knott's Haven. And you're going to see even worse when you go to Dr. Gavin Thornburg.
And I suppose you're just altruistic, that destroying the books is for the good of the world and all that. This isn't something where there's some kind of, I don't know, demon barrier that keeps Captain Chaos from coming into the world or something.
I am in the world. I have been watching you. I have engaged with you, and it matters not my intentions or what I get out of
I feel
it.
like it does.
You can either do it or don't. It's up
I
to
have
you.
no intention of doing anything with the feckin' books.
All right. But I will tell you, Simon, you have a bag on you. Open the bag and look what's in there. You actually will find some papers on you.
Okay.
And when you start looking, he will look at you. That is the start of your playwright. A great start, I might add. And as you read it, you will find the inspiration to complete your greatest work. A work that you will be known for. And you will... You have no memory of writing any of this.
Well, this sounds very promising. I don't understand how me destroying books has to do with me finishing my playwright, though.
Look at the last page of the stacks of papers you have there.
All right, I will do so.
And when you do, you're going to see something that, I don't know how much you looked at it before, but you would have saw it. It looks like a spell, but it'll look similar to the spell that you saw in Chaplin that was designed to try to destroy that one book.
Mm-hmm.
You will see a new, what looks like spell. And I don't know if you hand it or he'll even show it to the others. They will probably better understand.
All right, I'll pass it over to Jack and Theo.
And as you two look, you will see it's very similar to the spell that you saw from Chaplin, only it will be, you can even compare it. Again, you'll see that this is a different handwriting than that spell. And this one is much easier to understand that you could essentially cast it. And he will just tell you, or he will, all I ask is that when you obtain all 4 books, you destroy those evils and get rid of them. You have the power to do that, and in doing so, the book will give you the power. Will give you the power from those books. Some of it will be transferred to you. That you will be able to maybe prevent a family curse that may impact you later in life. Something that maybe your mother has passed on to you. It may give you the ability to have more power and to be more than maybe just a servant. It may help you find the peace you need of helping someone else out that got you out of a tough situation. And it may prevent a fate, and he'll look over to you, Simon, an unknown fate for you that others have planned and that you will not want to happen.
I am curious, Big Cheese. Is all of that directed towards me? Did my mother give me a curse? What are we talking about?
Sorry, when he was talking...
You had me at power and fame. I didn't need the threats.
You'll all figure out. And those of you who probably have heard my words will hopefully pick out what it means to you. But our time is short. When you have the books, you may cast the spell. Yes, there is a cost to the spell. Yes, it will mean that you have to sacrifice some things. As you get there, you will discover. But the choice is yours. If you decide not to, you decide not to. But know this, that if you keep the books, the Dreamwalkers will continue to come after you. They will want the books back, and when they have the books back, they will create guardians again, and the horrors of these books will start all over again. You can run from them if you would like. You can hide them, but they will find them. Destroying them is the only way to end this evil, if you would like. And with that, I will leave you. You have many tests ahead of you, and hopefully you will all survive it in order to do this. If not, so be it. And with that, everything starts to kind of go dark again. And you all will find yourselves in a very different place.
Naked on the train tracks.
No.
Oh,
Only in the south.
I will say, okay, so that was one thing. Thanks for bringing that up. That's one update I did want to go over. As you guys were in Baton Rouge, you would have, when you spent your time, you did notice that one of the papers had information about concerns of finding bodies along the railroad tracks. There was...
nice call, John.
It was very problematic, and people are not really sure. And there was even a story that this type of thing doesn't usually happen in the South. But also you would hear that there was massive flooding as levees broke in Knott's Haven, and much of the town and the location there was just kind of wiped out with the water. And even the hotel sustained extensive damage. They're not aware of, or there were a few survivors, but there not really much else is really known about what was happened there. So, anyways, thank you for reminding me to give you that update. So, as you come to, most of you find that you're in a room by yourself. Jack, actually, you will see 3 other individuals in the room with you. But we will start with... real quick, Theo, you come to, and I was actually Theo, Declan, and Simon. Both of you will come to, or all 3 of you will come to, and you'll find yourself in like about a 10 by 10 room. The wall kind of behind you, opposite of the door, will be made of stone. And the other walls that protrude from or kind of move away from the wall, and then where the door is made out of wood.
Is there light in the room?
There's a faint light, and that you can kind of see around. You can make out a little bit of the, and whether that light is because you pull out a flashlight or something. You have all your stuff on you. You just find yourself in these rooms. And you have a door in front of you, and it's a stone floor, and then above you, about 10 feet above you, is a stone ceiling. And so that's where you all are at. You're not really hearing anything. You're just kind of in the rooms. And then Jack, you find yourself in a very different place. You are in, again, you will see there is one wall that has kind of a bigger door that is made of stone, and then a heavy door in the middle. And then on the kind of the north end of where you're at, you will see what looks like a heavy wooden door that is there. And then the rest of you is a wood wall that is built around you, almost like it's kind of like just a giant holding pin or something. And then you will see there are 3 people in the room with you towards the kind of the south. They're far away from you. They look terrified, and they'll kind of be staring at you. So with that, we're just going to kind of go in order, and we'll just kind of we'll just do decks to start with, which I think we're not doing if you have your gun out. We'll just go in that order. And I believe Jack has the highest dex. Is that correct, Jack?
I mean, I assume so. It's 65.
Yeah, 65. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you're in the room. There's these 3 individuals. They're kind of staring at you. They look terrified. There is 2 doors in this room. Again, this ceiling would be about 10 feet high. The door on the north side takes up the entire wall. It looks like it like swings open, but it's more almost like a wooden, almost cage door. And then the other door is built into the stone wall. It looks like it's been there for a while. It's a bigger door, but it looks pretty heavy. And you have all your stuff with you as well.
Do these individuals, any of them look hurt? Malnourished? Do they look like they've been in this hole for a while?
They do.
Because that's what this looks like to me. It looks like a hole.
Yes. It's going to be that they've been in there for a while, or they look like that, and they do look like maybe they're malnourished, or they've and they, like I said, they're just in the corner trying to stay as far away from you as they can.
I'll back up a couple steps. I'm not here to hurt you. How did I get here? Who are you? Where are we?
You might need to answer how you got here. One minute we were sitting in here, and the next minute you were just there.
Okay. I don't know. But where's here?
We don't really know either. We were taken by some people and transported by train. And the next thing we know, we were brought down into... I know we went down because we felt us going downstairs, but we're brought into this place. We heard a door open, we were shoved in, and then the door closed. And when we removed our hood, there was some other people in here. And then they went through the other door.
The door right here? The stone one?
Yeah.
Okay. My name's Jack. Who might y'all be?
I'm Samuel, and this is Susan, and this is Tom.
Okay. Do I can believe them? Like, do I get a sense like I'm being lied to?
No, you wouldn't.
Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try the big door behind me. I'm just gonna walk over and try and open it.
Okay. And you'll find that it's locked.
Sure, that makes sense. How about the other door?
You come to the other door, and they'll get really... Don't open that door. Don't open that door. You don't want to go through there.
Why not?
When we arrived, there were 2 other people here, and they told us that that's where the people go that don't come back, and it's terrifying in that room. We were told to not go there at all costs. We were with them for, I don't know, I don't know how long, but they all of a sudden they both just, or one of them, they just started getting strange. They wouldn't talk, and they started moving in a bizarre way, and they went to the door, opened it, walked in, and then closed behind them, and then we never heard from them again. And then the other person not long after went as well.
Who's they? What was their names?
There was Becky, and then there was what was it? Franklin.
Is the doorknob locked?
No, it's unlocked.
How long you been here?
We've been here. I don't know. We've been locked in this dark chamber. I can't tell you how long. I just know that every so often they come and they will drop stuff for us to eat and drink.
Well, Samuel, you're going to be in there forever if you don't try something. And I'm going to open the door.
Okay. All right. We'll come back to what you see. We're going to then go to next, which I think is Simon on the decks.
So my door is kind of dark, and I'm in a 10 by 10 foot room.
Correct.
My room's kind of dark, and it's a 10 by 10 foot room.
Yeah.
I think the first thing I would do is stand up and test the door.
Okay. So you will find that the door is locked.
Okay. Brings back trauma when Theodore used to lock me in my room without supper. I was 16, he was 20. It was a weird time. I'm gonna check my pockets.
You're going to have all your stuff on you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So with this door that's in front of me, then,
I'm gonna shoot it. Sorry.
No. Do I actually see like the lock keyhole on my side of the door?
Yes.
I would like to pull out my mustache comb and break off a couple of those little thick plastic pieces. See if I can pick the lock.
Go ahead and try.
What do I roll for that?
You are going to... I believe there is a...
I thought there was a lockpicking skill.
I'll be sleight of hand.
Light of a... Oh, there's a locksmith skill.
Or is there? Okay, then pick that one.
I don't wanna. I got a 1 in it. Probably at a negative.
Why am I not seeing lockpicking on here?
It's locksmith. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be, but
that's what would make sense to be.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's a major failure. 67.
Right. So, when you're doing this, your comb pieces kind of break off into the lock, and it doesn't seem that you're going to be able to pick the lock.
Yeah.
Would you like to try anything else?
I guess I'll move around and just check the walls, see if there's any weak points in any of them.
Okay.
You said there's wood on 2 sides and then stone on another?
The back wall that doesn't have a door is stone. And then the side walls are both wood. It essentially, it almost looks like that was added afterwards. The wood part, it looks newer than the stone, and it's more just kind of put there, not like built into the stone or anything like that. So what you're seeing there is it looks newer, and yeah, I would say that's what you're kind of observing.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go along the wood and just knock on it, see if it's hollow in any places or if it's weaker in any area.
Okay. And so it sounds like the wood is built pretty firm around there. And as you're knocking, let me see.
I was like, then I'll see if anybody knocks back. Maybe Theodore's on another side of this wall or something.
Yeah, you don't actually hear anything, and nothing knocks back at you. So we're going to, as you're contemplating there, I believe, is it Theo that's next?
I figure I'd get up, examine the door. Is it locked?
Yes, it is.
think first thing, I'm going to attempt to summon my clone.
Okay.
See if that'll work. Oh, no. Can I push that?
No. And as you kind of do this, you're going to find that it seems like your shadow magic doesn't, even though it failed, like it doesn't seem like there's anything registering at all.
That's odd.
Are you going to try anything else?
See, and there's nothing else in the room with me?
Mm-mm. The room is bare. Like there's not even a cot or anything.
I don't want to just shoot out the door handle and be done with it.
Well, and you have your stuff on you, so you also have your blackjack, whatever else was in your inventory.
Yeah, I don't have a lockpicking set. Does my gemic acid react to metals, or is it just bodies? Okay.
Yeah, it's just bodies.
I guess.
I mean, well, here, let me. You might be able to use it to, I guess, on the wood door. It might have an impact, but it will be a luck roll to see if it.
Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that.
Okay.
I'll move over against the wall, just to the right of the door, and do a listen, I guess. Okay. And just see if there's anyone moving outside of my room here.
All right, so you rolled an 67 an 89, and so it was a failure. When you put your ear to the, are you putting it like to the wood wall, or are you going towards the door?
Wall.
Okay, so you don't really hear anything. It sounds just eerily quiet. All right, we're gonna move on to Declan. You're kind of in the same predicament as Simon and Theo. You're in your room. I will tell you, if you try the door, it is locked.
Does the door have, is it like a keyhole that they're using for this, or is there a different mechanism that I can see?
There is a keyhole.
Okay. Does the door swing in or out?
The door will swing in.
Okay, so the hinges are on my side of the door.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do I see a way of manipulating the hinges to pull the pins out?
You have to roll a psychoanalysis on it.
Yeah, roll me a psychology of the door. No. Let's see here. I could either go with like a spot hidden. I mean, if you want to do mechanical.
I don't even see mechanical.
I think it says mechanical repair. I have it underneath education. It's probably not very high. So a spot hidden, or you could do like an intelligence check. Well, I feel like all of you probably have almost nothing there.
Okay.
In education?
Well, in mechanical repair.
Yeah. I can just do a spot hidden. I mean, my intelligence is better, but...
All right. That is a success with a 57. And so as you're looking, yes, you could probably smack away on the hinges. As you look, this is probably a poor design for what looks like a holding pin or something. And so you are going to be able to probably knock out the hinges if you need to.
So, yeah, I will... I'll go ahead and start working on that, I suppose, since the hinges are there.
Okay.
I will, like, prior to doing that, I am going to put both my eye and my ear to the keyhole to see if I can either hear anybody outside or if I can see anybody moving back and forth across my little narrow vision.
Okay. I will say, as far as your vision, you don't see anyone moving. That's pretty easy, but if you want to roll for a listen... And that is a success with a 60. And so, Declan, as you're kind of listening, at first it seems, again, you're going to hear this eerie quiet, but every now and then it sounds like you hear a little scuffle noise or something. It's very muffled, and it doesn't happen very often, but you hear something almost occasion, or it feels like it's occasionally moving around or something. It doesn't sound very frequent, and it does sound a little close to you, but you can't really make out more than that. That there sounds like there's something out there, but you're not really sure what.
Okay. So I think my plan is that I still have my handcuffs on me. So I'm going to open my handcuffs to use the narrow end of it where it would normally latch in and try and push that up underneath the hinges to get them started. Occasionally I'm going to go back and listen to the door to make sure that I don't hear that getting closer or they don't hear me, especially if I end up making any particularly loud noises. Okay. I will also kind of loosen my gun in my holster so that it's prepared and I can pull that out. But I'm going to be fairly methodical about this at the moment. I don't know how I got here or where I came from, so I'm just going to take my time and slowly try and pull out these hinges. I won't pull out any individual hinge until I have all three of them up to like high enough to where I can pop them to pull them all out in quick succession.
All right. So make me a strength roll.
Oh, God.
Hey, you have a success with a 15, and that is a hard success. So the first hinge you hit, and it pops up. It takes a few little strikes to it, but you get it popped up going pretty good, and you feel like you can get it out. And so you're going to probably spend the next kind of bit of your time working on those other hinges, but you're off to a good start. So we're going to come back to Jack. Jack, you open the door, and as you do this, you find this room, and it's a fairly large room. It's about I guess I didn't tell you before. About like probably about a 30 by 30 foot room compared to what you were in. And as you open the door and you come in, you're going to see several people in there, and they're just going to be moving around. And, you know, if you take the time to count, you're probably going to find about 12 people that they're just doing this weird movements. Again, you'll recognize it from what you saw on the stage. The people that you would look like they were dancing, you see these people making similar movements, but as you're closer, you can really see this. You see that these people are moving in ways that shouldn't be possible. Their fingers are bending backwards all the way to their hands. Their hands are going in all different directions. Their head is moving in ways that shouldn't be possible. It should be killing them. Their legs are bending in ways, and they're all just moving around. And what you're seeing is just, they just keep moving, and they keep kind of this process. And so I need you to make me a sanity roll as you're seeing this. Is
that instant insanity? Is that what it means?
So Jack,
you failed with a 100, folks.
Wow. Jack, you failed, yes, with a 100, and you are going to kind of just black out. And we'll get back to what happens, but you will decrease your sanity by 10.
Jack just shit his pants.
He's gonna wish he did. We're gonna go to Simon.
Can you imagine waking up and going, man, I just wish I had shit my pants. This is way worse.
Simon, we are back to you in your cell.
So Simon, he's tried the walls. He's kind of pacing around. At this point, I think that I am probably going to pull out my thing for my muse. Be like, all right, Magic Mike, time for you to tell me what it is that I need to be doing before I fog someone in the face.
And you will hear this, the voice come back to you, and you'll hear an incantation. like these words kind of bumbling around, and you will speak them, and
I will be repeating them in confusion. I'll be like,
yeah.
Yeah.
And as you do this, I need you to make me a sanity roll.
Okay.
Wow.
That is a success. Hard success with a 12.
That's actually an extreme success.
Or an extreme success.
Yeah. So you don't feel any pain, and
That's because I don't know what it means.
Exactly, but because you were successful, the door will just unlock. And you now will be able to open the door.
Yeah.
And yeah.
All right, thank you, Magic Mike. I will have my gun pulled and ready, and I'll creak that door open.
Okay. And make me a D6 roll.
All right.
Because you did an extreme success, you will be able to use that incantation 3 more times before you just forget it.
Okay.
So, the door is open, and you're able to step out.
All right.
So as you step out, you're going to find the door opens in towards you. And you may wonder, I don't know if you wondered like this is a terrible design or not, but when you step out in the hallway, you're going to find that this hallway is really narrow. That it would be very difficult to have the doors open out because of how narrow. And you're going to see a row of these wood walls with doors all the way heading north to almost beyond what you can see. The light is really dark. You can kind of see at a distance, but you can't see all the way to the end of the hall. And you just see these rows of doors, and they are there. You can't tell if they're locked or unlocked. And then behind you, you see kind of a larger room opening up, and there you're going to see two. You walk to the corner, you'll see 2 doors that are kind of larger. They're built into the stone wall. So again, it looks like they have been there since this was built versus the wood walls that have been built up here.
Okay.
And almost all the doors look identical down the hall as far as you can see. Like it looks like a similar setup to what you were just in. You do not hear anything. There's nothing rustling or anything like that. You are just an eerie silence.
Okay. I imagine I'm going to be taking some time just kind of peering each way and inspecting things before I move.
Okay.
I imagine between that and the incantation, that's probably me.
Okay. We're up to Theo.
I suppose we'll probably try, like, just body checking the door, brawling or blackjack. Try and bust it open before I try and use a gun.
Make me a strength roll.
Strength?
Yep.
That is a fail of 69.
So
there's no way that a door that turns inwards is going to bust open with you running into it.
He might be able to break the lock or damage.
He said it wasn't great quality.
So yeah, you
relying on weak wood.
You hit the door. Now you did roll 69, so that is a failure. The door, again, since it does open inwards, doesn't give very much. It did sound like maybe if you kept hitting it a little bit more, you might be able to damage the lock, or if you focused more, like you kind of heard a little noise that come from the lock, but nothing that seemed to make it so it would open.
Probably going to recover, work on my shoulder after bashing that door.
Is that what you're going to call that good and then come back to you, or do you want to try something else?
I mean, do I have enough action economy to shoot the fucking door?
If you want to try to shoot it, go ahead. Pull out your gun and make the roll.
You fucking... That's a miss with a 97.
So yeah, you pull out your gun.
Jesus Christ.
You were trying to be caught. You're trying to nurse your shoulder. You walk away and you're just like, forget this. And you pull out your gun, you aim, and you shoot. And it's like you hit just off to the wrong side of the lock. It just hits the door and just goes into it and doesn't do anything. However, make me a listen roll. All right.
No, that's a fail there too.
Yeah, you rolled a 79, and so there was a loud bang. It really echoed, and it was kind of louder than you expected. So yeah, that's for you.
Greg, you trying to get back in the running for the worst luck?
You beat me last night, so I gotta catch up.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I don't think I've succeeded on a roll since we started.
Declan, who is here? You are in your room. You've gotten the hinges worked up, so you're ready to try to take these hinges out and open the door. Make me a listen.
Sure.
There it is.
No.
Okay, so you rolled 96,
Yeah.
which is a failure.
Yeah, it is.
You hear this noise. I mean, there's a lot of echo. It sounds kind of like a little bang, but you can't really tell which way it came from. So you hear that, and that's about it. One other thing, though, because you were saying you were listening while you were messing with or knocking up the hinges. Make me one more listen roll. I want to see if you heard anything while you were doing that, because... Okay, so you rolled a 71. That is a... Failure. Unless you want to push it or use luck. That's pretty close.
I'll use a luck point to just push that from a 71 to a 70.
Okay. Yeah, and one of the things you did pick up again, because you heard kind of a shuffle. When you were knocking the hinges, you don't hear anything responding to the noise you're making.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like anything. But again, every so often you do hear, again, that shuffling noise, but it doesn't seem to be responding to your noises.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and finish. I'll just go doom, 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 pull them out, and then use the hinge to pull the door open from the hinge side. And then as, like, I'm sure it'll be awkward and not exactly what I want it to be, since I'm a scrawny old man, but I'll try and pull the door out, and as there's enough room for me to get out, I'll pull my gun and go into the hall to look left and right.
Okay, yeah, so open the door, you can move out, and as you come out, again, you're going to see something similar to what Simon was seeing. You're going to see this hall that to the north of you is just a line of doors, and to the south of you is just a line of doors. All these wooden doors that go down, and I'm not sure how far if you can see, but it looks like you're in the middle of a hallway.
Yeah.
And that's where you're at. So are you wanting to kind of get your bearings right now, or...
Probably. I would imagine my process is going to be... There's so many doors. I think Declan might just be like going up the hall to see if he can find junctions, like a T or a cross point, to make sure that there's nobody at that end of the hall before he. So
you're heading kind of north as opposed to south. Okay.
Yeah. But it's basically in my head. He's going up there, checking left and right, seeing if anyone's there, and then he's going to be going door by door and whispering into the lock to see if he can figure out if there are people located in there, particularly Simon, Theo, and Jack.
Okay. So I'll let you move about 3 doors up as you're in that hallway. You'll get to the second door, though, as you're about there, and as you whisper into one of the locks, you don't get a voice back, but you do hear movement in that room.
Can I see through the hole? Through the lock?
You will... Yeah, you can look through there. So as you kind of look through the hole, you will see, like, there's someone, like, up by the door. You can actually see around their torso area. They look like they're human. They're wearing kind of ragged clothes, and they're just there. Now they didn't respond to you when you said something. You heard them kind of move, and they're just at the door, and that's it.
Okay. But they're wearing ragged clothes, which leads me to believe that they are not Simon, Theo, or Jack.
Exactly.
Because I know what they wear.
Right.
So I'm just going to move on, I think, at this point.
Okay.
Well, no. Because I'm still looking for Barney. I'll try and whisper in there. Try and figure out, I'll try, when I see movement, I'll try and be like, hey, come here. Can I talk to you?
And you won't hear, nothing will be said back to you. But then you will hear a thud on the door.
I'm going to try and find a key. The hinges are on the inside of the door, because they're a bunch of feckin' morons. Work on the hinges. If you can't get out, I'll come back around. And I'll move on.
Okay.
If I can't get a response.
Yep, no response. All right. We are back to Jack, and he is going to make a sanity roll.
Sure, yeah, I can do that.
Nope,
I'm
you're back.
on a
All right.
second 100. Oh.
So, Jack, I need you to make me a D4 roll.
A D4? Okay.
Yep.
That one.
All right. You're going to take 2 points of physical damage. You find yourself in, so you started to walk in the room, and you're going to be up by the north wall. And you are going to find that your hand, you're just aching all over. You can't explain it. You don't know how you got there. You feel pain in your body. But you are in the group and you're watching these people again making these movements. And as far as you can tell, you feel it just, everything hurts in your body. You do. So, and as you get in the room, you will see a door on the far side. So you're up more by the north wall now. On the west side of the room, you will see another big door like you came through. But again, there's the 12 people. They are moving in. As you are closer and you're seeing, you look at their faces, and sometimes they let out like a little whimper. But when you really look at their faces, it looks like they want to scream. Their faces look like they're in agony and they're suffering. And so you made your sanity check to come out. But in seeing these people, you're going to make another sanity roll to see how well you're taking these people's faces and how they look like what they're experiencing.
Success with a 46.
All right. So you're going to take just 2 points of sanity damage, and you are able to move to that far door if you'd like to, or if you want to do something in this room.
I actually want to cast Sight.
Okay.
That's what I want to do.
Okay, cast Sight.
I can't imagine this is going to be good for your sanity.
I'm going to push that. I can't push that.
Yeah. So
I'm going to spend luck.
We'll let you spend luck?
I can spend luck.
Okay, spend luck. Okay. So as you're in there and you slap that eyeball on your forehead, you see...
My hands hurt. It's the arthritis.
Yeah. You see, one, that there is like a slight aura. It seems to be dissipating around you, but you see that same aura growing strong on the people in this room. And it is, you can't really make out exactly, but you could tell there is something magical going on with them. Something is around them, and this aura is impacting them. And as you're doing this, you will actually see one of them. All of a sudden, the aura starts to dissipate, and their body just collapses. And when they do this, it's like they're a blob. Like, they don't fall like a normal human. They just fall, and it's just this awful of what you're seeing. And then in the room that you came out of, you hear a person start to and they start to walk in and they start doing the dance.
What about the walls?
The walls are stone, all stone in here.
Okay. But no aura, anything like that?
On the walls, no.
Okay.
But you will see the person that comes in, they will have an aura on them as well. And we're going to move on now back over to Simon.
All I'm seeing in that whole situation is Rock Party Anthem. Good. Jason understands it. For myself, I'm looking down this hallway of what appears to be like 11 doors in this long, thin hallway.
Mm-hmm.
I have no interest in going down there.
Okay.
There are the 2 doors that seem to be more firmly in the stone that you were telling me about. And I imagine that that's probably the exit or the way out of here. So I'm going to step down to the southern door and check to see if it's locked.
And it is locked.
Well, I'm going to mumbo the humbo jumbo of hominy Matthew McConaughey and get this thing to open.
And you have unlocked the door. And as you open it, you see this, what looks like a kind of a large corner room. It's probably 20 feet by 20 feet, maybe a little larger, but somewhere around there. And you come in, and what you see in the corner, though, on the southeast corner, is stairs that lead up. And so there's some stairs there. You also, along the west wall, is a big door.
I think I'm going to move quietly. If there's like a stealth or something along those lines, I'm totally caught on that door. There we go. And I just want to move up to this staircase and peer up around it to see if it continues to go up, if there's a door or anything up there, people.
The stairs go up. There's like a landing, and it looks like stairs go up some more.
Okay. So I guess I'll go and just check the door that's next to the stairs.
And it is locked.
And it's a big door, you said?
Yeah, it's a big door.
I don't know that I'm going to do anything with that quite yet. I think I'll probably move to the stairs.
Okay. So as you get to
that direction.
Yeah, as you get up there to the landing, you look up, and the next stairs lead up, and you find that what looks like there used to be a door, but it is bricked off.
Oh, shit.
So while this used to be, it looks like it used to be an exit, there is no way through that you can tell.
All right. And there's no other stuff in this large room, not a table, no gear, no, just an empty room that's blocked off essentially with the 2 doors.
Yep.
Why lock the doors that lead to an empty room with a blocked off staircase?
To make you hope.
Look, they have
and
policies.
Take you to a dead end.
They have policies. They don't always make sense. Oh. All right, we're gonna jump now to Theo. You are in your room still. You shot at the door and missed the lock, so it did not actually break the lock. And it was pretty loud. You didn't really like the echo you heard. So I don't know what plan you're on now or what you're going to do, but what are you going to do?
So we're going to shoot it again.
Okay. That is a failure with a 91.
Yeah, because of course it is.
And you will shoot, and again, you actually make me a roll luck for me.
You're just determined to get me shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you not only did you miss the lock, but you also didn't even hit the same place that you hit before. This is in a different spot in the door, actually a little farther away. And I mean, you almost could have been amazed if you had hit the same spot you missed before, but you didn't. So that's even more kind of depressing. And let's see here.
You trap an old man in a room, and
yeah,
I don't know what you expected.
I want you to make me a sanity roll.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So you're gonna take
Dude, our rolls tonight are so bad.
2 points
Except
of sanity
Simon.
damage. And make me a listen roll.
Hear anything over your own gunshots echoing in your...
No,
Oh, that's right.
just the tinnitus.
Greg, no one understands your pain like I do.
Jack
That's a failure with a
But Jackson
D6.
does.
And you are...
That's what, 5 rolls and 5 failures?
You can spell
But-
luck.
God, it hurts.
I don't know why you're surprised, Josh. This is nothing new for me.
So, again, it sounded really loud, and
Small room, it echoes.
yeah. All right, we're gonna jump down here to someone who's having a little bit better time trying to get through here. That'd be Declan. You're gonna continue moving north.
I'm just
So,
keep on.
as you come in, there's gonna be a few more rooms where, again, if you are stopping at each one and kind of whispering, you will hear a very similar thing to what you heard before. Like, you'll hear a shuffle, they won't respond back, and that's it.
Okay.
So I'm going to say you can get up here to the north, kind of past the
Oh, sorry.
the doors. You can just keep moving up there.
Can't.
Is it stuck? There it
Just
goes.
really
Okay.
narrow, and then the door boxes are kind of big.
I know.
So.
So you get up here, and you're going to see kind of a larger opening, and you're going to see 2 large doors, one to the north, one to the east, that are you haven't seen these doors before. So these are something new from the long hallway of doors, and there you go.
I'm excited by the presence of new doors. Do they open in or out of the room?
As you should be.
The one to the north is going to open into the... Actually, they'll both open into the room.
Okay. Are they... I assume I try them and they're locked.
They are locked.
Okay. I don't know that Declan has it in him to remove the hinges of every goddamn door in this entire place. He just kind of looks at them and sighs and turns around and looks back south. I think he's just going to trudge back to the southern end, which I'm sure will take him a long time to get down there, but he's just he's gonna try him and go and turn around and just start marching back the other end to see if...
And I can say that you'll probably get about 3 doors down, and we'll move on.
Oh, 3 doors down. Fantastic.
Yeah. So, that brings us back to Jack, who you are in this room. You just watched this another person. I need you to make another sanity roll.
Why? It's like they're all doing the same thing. I'm expecting it at this point.
And you...
Like I said, I'm expecting it.
So
Hard success,
with your,
extreme success with an 8.
with your sight going and your check on the sanity, you feel this urge. You had actually an extreme success with an 8. You feel this urge on you to start going into the dance again, and you feel like the longer you're in this room, you're gonna keep feeling like compelled, or something's trying to compel you to do this dance.
Okay, I'm gonna shut the door behind me if I haven't already.
Well, you actually moved away from it, so you're going over there to shut it?
Is it not shut?
No, it was open. When you walked in, you first went under the dance.
I'm going to shut it.
Okay, so you shut it?
If I
All
have
right.
to go back, I will go back and shut it.
Okay.
And then I will head to the other door and try and get through that door.
Which I'm going to move one of the people in there that they're doing the dance now with the others. Okay, you can open the door. The door is unlocked.
And I'm going out.
All right. So as you step out, you are going to find yourself in a long hallway running north and south. All you see is stone walls, and you may... I don't see... Yep, you do. Okay. You see down the way that... Oh, why did you switch there? That there are some large doors similar to one you just came out of, one to the north, one to the south, and it just kind of continues in a long hallway. And then there are some, it looks like about 15 feet or so to the south of you and to the north, there are small hallways that run, it looks, to the east. Again, very similar format. The stone ceiling's about 10 feet up. And these are all stone walls. They look fairly old.
Do I have movement? I mean, can I move?
Yeah, you can probably move a little bit one way or the other. I'd say you can move to south. Okay, so just move to where that junction is.
Okay.
And then that'll be the... Oh. So as you look, you move farther south, and you should be able to see, I think, a wall to the far south, that kind of a corner that
I do, yeah.
Turns around. You will also see there's a door on that far one, a big one. It looks very similar to the doors you're passing on the west wall at the very end, where that corner is. And then you look down to your east, and you see a very narrow hallway. This is not very wide, and as you look down, you can see that the stone ends, and you see this wood that is built out. And I'm going to say that you can probably determine that wood you're seeing is on the north side is probably the wall where the people were huddled by that you started. And you on the south side, it looks like a large wood door, like bolted. There's a bunch of bolts on it to keep it secured. Pretty heavy duty. And it's there. And then I think you might be able to see looks like a small passage. Like the hallway continues to the east, and then to the north and the south, it looks like there's a small passage down if you were to go down that hallway.
Right. Does my sight pick anything up?
At this point, no.
All right. So I'm going to get there. And I'm just going to yell, "Hey, Declan, Dio, Simon, where you at?" I'm just going to yell that in the hallway.
Okay. We'll come back to what happens.
I love your don't give a fuckery.
Simon,
better than walking around aimlessly.
You're standing on the stair landing, and you've discovered that this way is blocked off, and you're able to come back down if you want, or I guess you can take up residency there if you'd like.
No, I think I'm going to come back down and I guess say the magic words on this other door that was in this large room.
Okay.
I imagine I don't hear this crying out of Jack. Fuck me sideways, man.
So as you open the door, you see this long hallway that stretches east to west, and a long row of doors, again, similar to the hallway that you came running north and south. And they're wood. There's just a series of doors. And as you see this, because I can tell even you seem to be frustrated, I'm going to have you make a sanity roll.
Yeah, he's feeling it.
That's what you get. You can't show your frustration.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, you came to a stairwell. You thought you had hope of getting out, and...
Yeah, this is nothing to Simon. That is a 1.
Wow, that is awesome. So you rolled a 1, and, you know, when you open this, you're going to, you're going to figure, hey, seems like I'm in a corner. These hallways look similar, so maybe I'm in kind of a giant square.
Mm-hmm.
So that means maybe there's a stairway at each of the corners, and maybe there's a way out there. So you kind of feel actually a little hopeful.
That is my thought. And I'm very happy that I don't have to clean this place. This looks like a nightmare.
You haven't cleaned anything anyway.
No, I wouldn't, but I'm glad I don't have to. So I'm just going to kind of walk down the hallway, I guess, and kind of hit the doors. Just see if anybody makes a sound as I'm going by.
You're going to hit them?
Yeah, I'm just going to boom, dung, 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 and see if anybody shouts out to me.
So about that second set of doors you just walked by, on the north, you're going to hear some movement. And something kind of just move around. And that's all you hear.
I will speak out. I'll just say something, or I'm going to keep walking.
And you don't hear anything.
I'll keep walking.
Your mouth is sewn shut and they can't speak.
And if you... you're stuck on that door.
That's unfortunate for them.
As you get there, the third set of doors, if you still bang, you're going to hear a similar thing again. Something shuffles in there. If you say something to it, you don't get a response. You just hear noises.
Yep, I'll continue that process for this turn then.
Okay, yeah.
For as far as I get. Yep. That's about 30 feet. So.
Yep. All right. We're going to go up to Theo. Theo, you're in this room, a 10 by 10. You've tried to ram the door. You have shot at it twice. What are we going to do this round?
Blow it up.
Would you like to try psychology?
I'm gonna first aid the door.
Shove a mouse into the bullet hole.
Yeah, you do have a mouse. Okay. Go get key.
So I can either
butler
light
guy.
the door on fire, or I can shoot it again.
I mean,
I like the fire suggestion.
He can't get out. He burns himself up in a little room.
He'll eventually get out. It's a wooden door.
You put a lot of faith in Theo.
if you don't die of smoke
Yeah.
inhalation.
Well, I mean that might happen.
He lived a long and successful life.
It'd be hilarious if we defeated all these monsters for Theodore to die in this little room.
By a door.
Yeah, he really has nothing else to do but try and shoot this door handle. I have no way to try and get
How
the
about
hinges
this?
off.
You can scoot closer, and I'll give you one advantage dice if you want to be like getting
Closer, I'm at the door already.
Well, before I
Is
said
that
you were
another
kind of
wall?
far away. I'm saying like you can get point blank if you want to. Just know that there may be consequences to that.
How's your luck feeling, Greg?
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna take the devil's deal on that one.
All right.
He just starts screaming through the keyhole. Stop!
Finally.
All right. So you
Anybody?
shoot, and you actually hit the lock this time, and the door. You hear a loud noise, and there you go. You go up to try the door, and it is unlocked, and you were able to open it. And I will say,
Shot the entire lock off.
Declan and Jack, you could probably make a roll to see if you heard something.
What do we roll for that? Listening?
Listen, yeah.
I'm gonna reload my gun as I exit the room.
Okay. Declan rolled a 37.
You
Hey,
got Declan
I gotta
down
find
there.
listen, dude.
That's fine.
You got Declan down there singing 3 Doors Down. 'Cause I'm a loser.
There it is.
And
Nose.
Jack rolls a 50. So we'll come to Jack. You did
I'm
not.
gonna push
hear it.
that.
You're gonna push it. Yeah, you
And that's
definitely.
even worse.
Yeah.
So I rolled a 50 initially, and then I
you
roll a
rolled 89.
frickin' 89.
Yeah. So you thought you heard something, and you really tried to pay attention, and you started to lean, and you kind of caught your foot and stumbled and fell, and you really didn't know what you heard or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
So we'll come to Declan here.
Stupid
But-
rolls.
Theo, you open the door and you come to this hallway that's east and west. Again, you see a line of doors, but you are right next to, in the middle, a kind of a junction. There's a big door to the south, and it is one of those built into the stone wall. Otherwise, you see a bunch of wood walls and doors lining the hallway east or west. Make me a listen roll.
Fail.
Man,
I got
85.
one success for the night. That's all I get.
So, Theo, you are going to hear some movement from both sides of the hallway that seem to be coming from the various rooms, but that's all you hear. It sounds like a little shuffle on either side. It kind of takes you back of, oh my gosh, what's going on? But then you don't hear anything.
Okay.
All right. We're going to come back to Declan, and Declan, you will be able to make it all the way down to the end of the South Hall here. And you're going to come down to a larger opening, similar to the one in the north part, only this one has a big door in the south and a door that leads to the east. and they are both locked as you come in.
And I was successful earlier on my.
Yes, you were. Sorry. So as you were up there, you would have heard the gunshot, and it came. And because you were successful, you heard the gunshot come off from the northeast.
Okay, so.
And if you would have heard that and stayed back, you can move back up there.
Yeah, I was going to say, if I would have heard that, I would have come back here.
Okay.
The direction of the gunshot. So I heard it northeast.
Yes.
So then, I guess for Declan, the question is, do I try the north door or the east door? They're both locked anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any chance, because these are just... do I recognize the locks? Are these just like skeleton key locks?
Yeah.
So I know that handcuff keys are way undersized for that, but is that something that I could use to like try and pick the lock to like open the lock with?
I'll do that. And since it's similar,
or my handcuffs, I guess, kind of the same thing where I'd put the end of it in there and try and.
Which one do you want to use?
I feel like the handcuff key is too tiny to actually work, so probably the handcuffs themselves.
Okay. If you want to roll a locksmith.
Yeah, I can't imagine that's going to go well for me, but
but I will let you have one advantage on it because you kind of determined that you looked at the lock to determine, and I'll give you advantage on that.
Right, it's a 1. Yeah, I mean, I've got to roll a 1.
Oh, really? It's a 1? Oh.
Yeah, I have no ability in locksmith.
Let's change that from locksmith. Let's do sleight of hand.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's
a 5.
10. That's
well, 10. I think that's a skill though we never really added stuff to. So, all right. So
yeah, no, not any better. Fail or fail.
You know, yeah. Whichever. So you rolled a 50. So it didn't seem to quite work out for you.
We did not build the requisite thief type archetype for this. All right, so I guess Declan is going to sigh and begin the long process of removing the damned hinges again from this freaking door.
Make a strength roll. Hey! Yeah. So you succeed, and you start to pop up the hinge, or the hinges on one of the doors.
Yeah.
And we will come back to you. So,
just aiming for the north door, just for clarity.
Okay. Jack, you are up. You yelled down here, and you will hear a female voice. Jack, is that you? It's coming from the east, where you saw the wood kind of pins are down the narrow hallway.
By the door?
Yeah, towards that area.
How the fuck would I know they'd be here? That would know my name. I guess I'll head that direction.
Okay. And then you'll hear again, Jack! And as you hear it, it's coming from the north part of the wall, like the wood wall.
Like here?
Yeah.
Yeah? Who's this? Who's that?
It's Susan! We're in here. You introduced yourself to us? Are you out? Can you get us out?
That's who I thought it was. God damn it.
Everybody give Todd a round of applause for remembering one of the 5 names that he listed earlier.
Getting to come up with on the fly.
It's like a Jack's like, who the fuck knows me? He's like, you just talked to us 10 minutes ago. We introduced each other. You asked our names.
I don't even know if it's been 10 minutes.
I don't know. Yeah, Susan, I told you guys, you're gonna be in here forever if you don't just open the door and walk through. So, just be kind of careful.
Dan, there's a weird thing and went through the door.
Yeah, they didn't bug me. I mean, you just, tell you what, open the door. Keep your eyes closed first. Open the door and then just walk straight until you hit another door. And then open that door and walk through it. Don't open your eyes at all.
Ever again.
until you go through a second door. Don't open your eyes at all.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a try.
Do not open them.
And
She did. You know she did.
Tom's
right?
gonna come and
Yeah,
hear the door open, and then and Tom. And yeah.
Tom opened his eyes.
You have no idea what they did.
Sounds
Did
like
they both do it?
They said Tom was coming with her.
Right, but did I hear one scream or two?
You heard two. A woman and a man's.
Well,
And Samuel already went through?
Yeah, he was the one that got
the
pulled
first
through.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then to your south of the door, you'll hear someone bang on the locked door going, Hey, did you help them? Will you let me out? Will you open this door?
I'm just going to try the door. Is it locked?
It is locked.
No.
But
It's locked.
you're on the other side that you would actually be able to unbolt it.
Doesn't sound like the key. There's just a bolt holding it.
On this door, it's bolted on the outside that people could.
Could he have unbolted the door for Susan and Tom?
He could have.
I don't know if that's going to sink in, but
Listen, just go through the door.
Potentially. I wasn't up that way.
go into the room that seems to kill people or something. That's safe. It's okay. Close your eyes.
I just like that Jack's approach is like, oh, they're going to die anyway, but he's traveled across the entirety of half of the United States to find one person that's probably already dead.
Oh, it's not about the... Jack just wants to get paid. That's what it's about, damn it.
Man, the paycheck has got to be unreal. Your expense report is going to be silly.
Yes.
He's been using my money.
Jack's going to go...
Jack's gonna get a good payday at the end of this.
He's been asking Simon for the receipts, though.
yeah.
You know those 3 cars we bought? I need those receipts.
So back to the guy knocking. Oh, while everybody judges me. Who are you? What's your name? Where you from?
My name's Michael. I'm from Boston.
No, you poor bastard.
He doesn't sound like he's from Boston.
This doesn't sound like he's from Boston, though. I'll open the door. Fuck it.
All right. As you open the door, there will be a man. Again, he's going to be kind of in ragged clothes. And, thank you. I didn't want to go through that other door. The people who are in here before told us not to go through. Or we would do whatever's going on in there. It sounds terrible.
I mean, it's not great. So you're from Boston, huh?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Are you gonna... can you help us out? Or what do I need to do?
Who's us?
Well, I mean, there's other people in these rooms.
Oh, buddy, they're long gone.
Didn't you just tell the other 2 people to go through the door and to close their eyes?
Yeah, I was wrong. That's pretty obvious. I'm pretty sure I was wrong about that one.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think there might be still some other people in one of these other pins. We've heard voices from time to time.
They're all going to die anyway.
I mean, you can tag along. Michael, was it?
Yeah, Michael.
What's your last name, Michael?
Parker.
Parker.
You want to know my
You sure
birthday
you're from
too?
Michael Parker from Boston.
What's his pants size?
Where's your driver's license?
I wear a 40-42.
I mean, so he's a bigger guy like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, all right, Michael, let's go.
I guess you lead the way, and if you want me to tag along, I can, I guess, try to leave you myself.
Michael, you don't have to at all. I have no idea where I'm going, so don't think that I do.
Okay. Actually, he's gonna just run off the other way.
Okay.
Your track
Don't open any doors.
Your track record of helping people.
He's
a little terrified you.
I told him not to open any doors. If he does that, that's on him.
We are gonna jump down here to Simon. And Simon,
you got a tough act to follow.
Simon's just walking down, hitting the rest of these doors.
about the second one to the end, again, you'll just hear movement, but there's no sound.
They don't respond to being English or Russian?
Nope.
All right.
Are you speaking Russian to him?
Yeah, I'll throw out some English and Russian out there.
Yeah, roll your Russian.
Really bad Russian. 99, the failure.
Finally, Mr. Roll.
Yeah,
That's the roll worth missing.
Vodka, Siberia.
You had one of those moments where you're thinking in two different brains, in a sense, and you think you're going to shout out Russian, and it kind of comes out as a jumbled Russian English mess, but you don't get a response.
All right. Well,
So you come to a larger opening of a room, and you will see a large door in front of you, and then a hallway continuing west with another row of doors.
I will check this large door, but I imagine it mirrors the large door that I entered to get into here that led to a row of doors, I imagine.
It's very similar to the doors that the large doors you've gone through.
Yeah, so I'm going to pass away from it and just continue down the hallway.
Okay.
And I think I'm just going to
look like.
As you pass down the hallway, you'll get to you can get to the end, and you're going to find a large locked door.
Yeah, that one I'll use my last use of this.
Okay.
Matthew McConaughey code to get into.
Yeah, you open it, and as you open the door, you will see a set of staircase that looks like they go up, but we're going to stop there, and we're going to move on to somebody else, which would be Theo. Theo, you've come to kind of a larger kind of section between the hallways, and there's a door that to your south that appears to be locked. I don't know if you've actually checked it, but you're fairly certain it's going to be locked. Well, I don't know. You haven't come across all the locked doors as everyone else, but I don't know what you're doing. You're going to continue on to the west, which is another narrow hallway with a bunch of doors. You can go east, which is a narrow hallway full of a bunch of doors, or you can go south to this door that's pretty close to you.
So I think the first thing will be to try and locate Simon.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast my locate spell.
All right. And you have your secret stash of like hair or something that you've taken from him.
Of course. Got my vial of blood.
Okay. And so you cast this spell, and you are going to get a sense that Simon is to the southwest of you, kind of a distance. You're going to get a sensation like over here. If you can see my cursor.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. You get a sense that he's kind of in that direction. And that was a success for that. Right on, actually, 45.
Yeah.
For your identity location spell. So, you do that. Would you like to do something else? Check out this door. Are you going to go a different direction or go a direction?
I see to my left or ahead of me there, down that hallway. Can I see an end to that?
Do you see one from your character?
No.
Okay.
Doesn't look like it.
So you don't see it from where you're at. If you want to move a little bit over a little to see if you do, eventually you will see an end at the door. A big door like the one just to the south of you.
I think I'm going to move down that way.
Okay.
Towards the end of the hallway there.
Are you doing anything with the doors to the sides of you, or are you just heading to that door?
At this point, I'm probably ignoring the doors to the sides and moving just straight down the hall.
Okay. So when you get to this door, you're going to find its lock. Is there anything you want to do?
Probably curse profusely under my breath.
Good call.
I don't like locked doors.
All right. So we're going to move to Declan. Declan, you've been whittling away at this door with the hinges, and you will have gotten the hinges off. And I will have you, though, these are a little bit heavier doors, so I need you to make me a strength check if you're going to try to slide this door or move it. Oh, nice.
Oh, good.
So you rolled a 13, which is a hard success. So you're able to move this door to the side enough for you to, like, if you're just moving enough for you to get through. Are you wanting? What do you want to do with this door? Are you just going to try to slide it and keep it balanced so it doesn't fall over? It's kind of like a double door.
Yeah, I just want to like pull it and set it to the side if I can.
Okay. Yeah. And so you rolled a high enough success that you're able to move the door. It doesn't make too much noise. And so that door is now open. And as you come in here, you're going to see that there is a staircase to your north that leads up. Mm-hmm. And then you will see another door to your west.
Is that locked?
It is locked. And so are you going to check it?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you check it, Theo, you're going to hear the door getting checked on the other side. Like the handle kind of...
The cursing will end abruptly.
So you're going to hear someone trying this door on the other side. Are you going to do anything, or what are you going to do?
Probably going to get my gun at the ready.
Okay.
Don't worry, you can't hit anything.
No, it's about luck.
No,
it's
that's
not about hitting.
Yeah, that's when my roll is going to be good.
Yeah, it'll be a critical success, and he'll roll his D10 plus 2 and insta-kill me.
So, Declan, you try the door. It is locked.
Which way does it open?
It is going to open towards you.
So
Into the room.
I'm going to start cursing. I don't know if anyone is on the other side of this. I just know that I heard a gunshot. So I'm going to slowly begin the process of removing the damned hinges again.
So will you make a strength roll, please?
Eventually I'm going to fail this.
Yep, that was a 72.
That is a failure. So this one is, I don't know, rusty or...
You're struggling with this one. Again,
my hands are sore because I've been removing hinges with a pair of handcuffs. So,
Theo, you're going to hear kind of this... And maybe even, I don't know if he lets out a God damn it, or something like that.
There will be some cursing.
Yeah, so you're going to hear kind of this noise. It sounds like someone's doing something on the other side of the door.
Some distinct Irish curses and an Irish rogue.
And I'm going to say that you probably recognize the voice.
Feckin' door in the feckin' hallway, the feckin' door.
Feckin' doors.
Declan, is that you?
Heidi, Heidi, ho.
Please tell me that was your response. Like, he's like, Declan, is that you? Heidi, Heidi, ho.
Heidi, Heidi, ho.
Here's my grandpappy door. Was that you, Theo?
I'm getting real tired of these locked doors.
You and me both. I've taken the hinges off more doors than I've had to do in my entire life. This one's a little bit stuck, though. I can't get them off.
I've mostly been shooting them. If you want me to try that.
That's what I heard earlier. I thought I heard a gun go off.
Yeah, I couldn't get my door open.
Well, I'll step out of the way if you want to keep firing at it. You seem to have a knack for it then, if that's the way you've been going about it.
All right. So we'll come back to you two now since you found each other. And that brings us to Jack.
I'm going to move here. And I'm going to knock on this door.
You do not hear anything. You've kind of... Okay, so as you crossed over from the door you open, there's another little hallway that runs north and south between these wooden pins. And you've went to the other side, which there's a door on the north side. You've knocked on it, and you're hearing nothing. The hallway does continue to the east, and it's stone walls. similar to what you saw on the west side.
Right. Nobody here.
Nobody's responding.
I'm going to turn around and knock on the wall behind me.
You don't get any response.
Okay. I'm going to head back up this way. I'm going to head up this hall. And I already have a pretty good idea what this room is to my left, considering I've now made basically a square. So that's the room I was in. I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to knock on the door to my right as I come to this junction.
Okay. And as you're going, you're going to see Michael moving towards the north down the big hallway. Just kind of
going to wave.
Yeah. So you came up here and you did what here in this junction?
Well, I already know what the door on my left was. That's my door.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure I know what happened to everybody in there. So I'm going to go ahead and knock on the door that is to my right.
Okay. You don't hear anything there, but you will hear something towards the northwest. Like just kind of a movement.
Hello? Anybody there?
Are you? Is someone
here's
out there
what
that's
you do.
talking to us?
I'll start heading. I'll tell them to hang on a minute, and I'll head that way. I'll head
Okay.
up north towards their junction.
All right, and we'll get back to them. And we're going to jump over to Simon. Simon, you found another staircase that seems to lead up.
I am going to move up the staircase.
Okay, and this
Peek around the
staircase,
corner.
like the one before, has been walled off at the top.
All right. Then I will mutter under my breath, well, they didn't just drop us in here from nowhere, and I will check the other door that's in this room heading northward.
Okay, and you will find that it's locked.
Well, considering that I am all out of magical words, I will start heading back down the hallway to go all the way around to go up northwards again to where I began at.
All right. So you'll begin that process, and we're going to jump up here to Theo. Theo, are you shooting the door?
I believe Declan said he was going to back up out of the way.
I believe that's what he said.
So let's attempt that, see what happens.
Hey, you roll a 20. And so you hit the door just right, and the lock breaks, and you are able to open up the door. And you will see Declan, and Declan, you will see Theo, and you guys have a reunion here in the room that you're in. Again, there's that long hallway going east with a series of locked doors, and now there's a long hallway to the south of a series of locked doors. And then there's this one door that's there. There's a couple of doors that you guys have walked past that seem to go towards either the south or the east into kind of an interior section of the building.
But where the hell are we?
I haven't the foggiest. Did you see anything the way you came from?
Nah, just these hallways and doors. I haven't checked any of them yet.
I've tried to talk through a few. I think there's folks inside of them, but none of them are talking back to me. So I don't know if they're creatures or what have you, or if there's something else. I haven't tried these stairs yet, so I don't know what's up there.
Let's see. Can I still tell where Simon's at this point?
You would feel that he is more south of you, but it looks like he's heading kind of in a different direction.
All right. I'll tell Declan that Simon's somewhere south of us, but I haven't seen Jack. Have you?
You're the first one I've seen. I've just been stuck in this hole the entire time, removing hinges from doors.
Jack, can you make a listening roll?
Sure.
Okay. So, what is your guys' plan? What would you like to do?
I think that Declan would at least like to go up the stairs to see if there's anything there.
Hey.
to kind of get a sense of if that's an exit or not?
Yeah, you go up the stairs and you will find that this is an exit.
Okay. So it just like a door out somewhere or something?
Yeah, this looks like a door that opens out to somewhere.
Okay, so I'll come back down and I'll let him know, or I'll let Theo know that it does appear that this is an exit. So we need to try and hunt down the other two to find them and maybe then bring them here.
And on that listen you had me roll, I rolled a hard success of 16.
Yep. So
we can find Simon and see if we can find Jack along the way.
Probably as good a plan as any.
All right. So you guys are going to start heading south?
Yeah. I'm trying, like, I think I'm debating because we don't know, we know where he's at, but it's, from what I can tell, it's a giant damn maze. So I'm inclined to try and open as many doors as possible that seem to be junction points to our benefit. So when we go to the room that's just south of here, I'm going to try and start on that door to get it open.
Okay.
And on the off chance that for some reason we have to circle back around or something else.
All right. So you're going to come down to this door, start working on that.
Which, if Theo wants to move on without me, that's fine. But I think that's what Declan is going to try and do.
Okay.
Theo's going to keep moving to try and make it to Simon. I don't know how far I can actually move.
So you're going to start doing that, and all right, we're going to jump now to Jack. Jack, you hear this gunshot, and it sounds fairly close off to kind of the northwest of you. And as you hear this gunshot, I don't know if you try to do anything from there, or if you're just going to try to listen for a little bit longer, or what.
Well, I mean, I would have heard the gunshot, but I told this gal I was going to help her, so.
Right. I didn't know if you wanted to stop and listen, or like, what are you I mean, you heard it. Are you wanting to take time to process it, or are you going to start helping this gal?
No, I'd help the gal first.
Okay.
I mean, it's a gunshot. I've heard him before.
All right. So you will find two people in here.
Well, hang on. Who shot the gun? Theo, right?
Yeah.
And you got a freaking, like, 45 or something, don't you?
Yeah, I got a big one.
Yeah, okay. So, I guess, is my hard success enough to know that is not a normal, like, that is a high caliber gun? Okay.
Yes.
So I would assume it's probably, maybe, Theo?
Okay.
I wouldn't know, but I would assume.
And you're helping these people?
Yeah, I'm still going to open the door.
Yeah. So as you open the door, they'll kind of come up and talk to you, and they'll kind of. But then you'll hear towards the west of you, somebody kind of working on or like hitting the door. You kind of hear noises coming from there. You will also see that Michael has made it up to the door. He'll hear noises. He kind of looks back and he sees you. He'll kind of shrug like, what should I do?
I'll shake my head, yes.
And he's going to just kind of shrug again like, what the hell does that mean?
What should I do? Yes.
This.
You're from Boston. Open the damn door. That's what I'm going to yell down the hall.
Hey, open the door.
And he'll kind of come up to the door and he'll kind of look back at you and is like, isn't that what you told the other people?
No. It's not even remotely close what I told him.
You told him to open the door and go through it.
Keep your eyes shut.
So, okay, Declan, as you are kind of working on this, you're going to hear the door kind of jiggle a little bit. You might have heard, make me a roll or a listen. We're going to get a lot of listening on your guys's.
Nope.
Okay, you didn't hear Jack. So you just hear the door kind of...
hear Jack shit.
Kind of jumble.
Hey.
And then it's like, you'll hear a soft voice. Hey, is someone there? Can you help us?
I'm working on it. Who's that then?
My name's Michael.
Michael who?
Michael Parker?
Never heard of you.
Okay.
When's your birthday? What's your pants size?
Gonna see if I can't get the hinges off the door to let you all out of there. Anybody else with you? Is it just you, Michael?
There's a guy in a trench coat, gives kind of bad advice, and then I think he helped some other people.
Yeah, I know who that is. All right, well, I'll do my best to get it out, but if I can't, we might see if he can't pistol the door open. But give me a chance first.
Okay. So he'll kind of back away, or he'll come over to Jack and explain what's going on. He'll see other people in there, and they'll kind of brighten up when they see each other. And you guys are safe, yeah. And they'll have a little chat with themselves.
None of these people are Sarah, I assume.
I guess you did not ask the two people here, but none of them will be Sarah.
Are they blonde?
Are you going to ask if they are Sarah, or
are they blonde?
Is Michael Sarah? Is he just pretending?
I'm pretty sure Michael is not Sarah. Could be.
You got a really good disguise roll.
So, I don't know. Roll me a luck.
Oh, so no.
Well, I don't know what to do. Like, these are random people, so maybe they have blonde hair.
They do not.
Okay,
I think
they
he
don't
said
have blonde hair
because he only has a 19 luck, and there's no way in hell.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, none of them have blonde hair.
Yeah, my luck is I've kind of burned through that.
Are you going to ask them anything? Do you?
At this point in time, no. Actually, I won't.
Okay. So, Delta, that we're gonna jump down here now to Simon.
So, but Michael did tell me about.
Yes, he told you about when, trying to work on the door, saying you may have to use a gun.
So after I got this door open, I had to start heading that way.
That's fine. You can head over there. All right.
Simon's just double moving down this hallway.
All right. Yeah, you can get down all the way to the other landing area. So you'll be there, and
yep. Just whistling to myself, that going on my merry way.
Yeah. So you are actually whistling?
No, I'm not whistling.
Oh, okay. I was just checking. Okay, so we're back up to you guys.
Go back down, beating on all the doors again faster as I'm running by.
Yeah. The people will come out of the... Oh, I think I turned that person back invisible. They will come out into the hallway, and you two are working on that door. Declan, if you want to make a strength roll. Strength.
So, since I have Jack there, can I, can I try and get him to, lift up on the handle the way you do to, take the pressure off the hinges to give myself an extra die?
Yeah, you can roll advantage with that, yep.
Cool.
And then, Theo, you can work your way down to the end of the hallway.
Is this not a door I can just open up? What's this lock look like as I come to it?
It's going to look like the big doors that you've seen.
That's a success
already.
With a 43.
Yeah. So, Declan, you're going to start popping out are you helping him, Jack?
Well, big doors as in the dancing room doors, or the big doors as in...
Yeah, these are similar to the dancing room doors, and they're the door to the north when you were over there by that pit.
Those weren't locked, so I'm just going to try the door handle.
It's locked.
Oh, okay. No visible lock for me?
Yeah, I mean, you'd see a keyhole.
Okay. It's not.
Are you gonna?
No, it wasn't.
No, you're together with Declan, so you guys are having a simultaneous turn. So you're kind of. He asked you to lift up on the doors to try to take the pressure off. Is that what you're doing?
I hope you are, because I assumed you did, and it gave me a success.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So you'll hold the door up, and then Declan's going to start smacking on the hinges, and you'll hear hinges popping out, and you guys will be able to unlock the door. And these three individuals will move over by you.
You just imagine the folks that own this place going downstairs, all their fucking doors are off hinges, sitting against the walls all across the entire complex.
Several of the handles are blown out.
I just want to point out
people are dancing.
This should be a lesson to everyone that your lock is only as good as the door that you put it on. It doesn't matter how good your lock is if you put the hinges on the wrong side of the damn door. or you have a cheap and shitty hasp.
Or a gun.
Or a gun.
Or gun.
The three people will come up to you and they'll just be like, is there a way out?
How the fuck am I supposed to know?
Well, we just saw Declan.
I think there's a way out through the stairs over here, but I'd be careful just running up there. I haven't been too far up yet. Theo's off looking for Simon. Some reason he knows where he's at. I assume it's some of that witchcraft you all do.
Probably, yeah. More than likely.
And the three I think we just want to try to get out of here.
Well, I mean,
we don't want to spend any more time here.
I don't know if there's a pack of wolves up there, or a candy striper, or whatever the hell's up the stairs.
Well,
Pocket is from Boston. Pocket, you're like a dock walker, right? You're fine.
I was gonna say, Jack here just tells people, you're never gonna get out if you stay put. So we're just gonna listen to him.
There is truth to that.
Yeah, and they're going to head up.
It's not my fault they opened their eyes.
I just want to point out that Declan tried to get them to wait.
And they rolled to see if they would trust you. And they didn't.
He trusted Jack,
who sent 2 people to their death.
Yes, but at this point, you guys are wanting to stay here longer.
It was logical for Jack to assume that.
I don't know about that, but...
I didn't die.
You knew that there was a door on the north side when you were in the place, and then you came to the south side. Just go through the door that gets people.
Okay. I didn't die when I saw them. I assumed they had a better chance. They had just as good of a chance.
Okay. Okay. So you guys have sent them up that way. Are you wanting to?
Don't say you guys.
Sorry, Jack sent them up that way. Are you all wanting to head south?
Send them anywhere.
Okay, they went up north.
You rolled for it.
You told him, this guy's he's a dock worker. He can handle it. Go.
Yeah, so
no,
Jack,
I asked him if he was, first off.
He didn't even wait for an answer.
Dock worker, right?
All right. They've headed off north. Whoever told them, or they just did it on their own. Whichever way that works. They're off that way. You all are... What would you like to do?
Jack,
Theo is heading south.
Jack, do we want to try and hunt down Theo, who's chasing Simon, in what I assume is a giant fucking circle around the building? Or do we want to just wait? What's the plan here?
I assume... I'm going to peek through the door. Simon headed down this hall here?
Yeah, he headed south.
That is a tiny hallway.
Yeah, you mean Theo? You guys have not seen me yet. Yeah.
No, we have not. Yeah.
But Theo can be all the way down here if he was heading south. You can move Theo.
Right. We just know Theo is
looking. Do I pass Simon?
You just come down to the end of this hallway. Just keep moving south, because that's where you were heading south, right?
Right. But is he moving north on the other side?
Not yet. He kind of came. He's been moving away from you to the west, so you're seeing him over here now.
Okay. So I come down here, and he is just straight east of me.
Yep.
Okay. And he's moving away. So at this point, I'm going to assume that this is a fucking circle, and he's going to make his way around.
You can, if that's what you...
Because I ain't going to fucking chase his ass around this place.
Keep shooting the doors. All right.
So with that realization, I will move back up to the north.
Okay.
With the others.
What's funniest to me is that you keep talking about it being a circle, and it's very clearly a square.
I know.
The metaphorical circle.
This whole episode is going to be us getting out of the square.
Circle? I don't know. I think it might be a triangle, guys.
To answer Declan's question,
the trapezoid.
Jack is completely fine with waiting for them. Like, I have no desire to run down hallways.
I don't think... Well, Declan has not come across any dangers whatsoever, so he's not really concerned about the safety of Theo or Simon at this point. He's just like... they're just going, trying to get...
Yeah, it's a solid point. So, with that, Jack would actually... careful be careful opening some doors. There's, I don't know what the hell it is, but it seems like folks in this place, if they stay here long enough, something hits them, and I don't know.
Like a bat? Like what is hitting them here?
Hey, some kind of something. I don't know, but they do all kinds of. Have you seen the big rooms? Like 60 feet apart.
Hallways and
okay, this is all you've seen.
Rooms.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell Declan to poke his head out the wall at the door here and look down this hall. And this door has this hallway would have like 3 doors on it, right? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. I don't know that you can see all the way down to the 3, but
okay. Well,
I thought you were gonna send him into the room with the damn thing.
No.
Declan, get in there. You'll see what I'm talking about.
You just gotta close your eyes.
Declan just passes out.
Yeah, so those big rooms, I don't know what's going on. But a lot of dead folk already, just moving weird.
Well,
just fucking weird.
Theo was on the outside of whatever's going on in there, so hopefully Simon's doing the same.
Yeah, I opened the door and well, falling off stuff freaking me out does not happen a lot, and this did. So
I'm
like
sorry
full
you
on
got freaky in the big room.
I got freaky in the big room, yeah.
Right.
As you all are discussing this, and you're going to hear on the west, there's down the hallway, the 2 doors there. You're going to start hearing some like movement, and you're going to start hearing some banging on the wall, on the doors. It's not like a panic bang. It's more like a
methodical.
Yeah, it's very methodical, very much like a pattern. And as this occurs, you're going to start hearing, and I think, you're going to hear down the hallway, other areas, it sounds like something is joining in and starting to kind of bang on the doors.
I think I'm going to speed my travel up the hallway.
So we're going to leave you guys there. The other thing that will happen is you heard the 3 people head up, and they went up the stairs. You're all of a sudden going to hear yelling. You will hear some gunshots, and you will start to hear kind of a movement. It sounds like it's coming closer to you, and one of the voices you will recognize as the people that went upstairs. One of them is screaming, and it sounds like it's getting closer, like they're heading back towards the stairs.
Jack, didn't I try and warn him?
You did.
Jack, I tried to warn him.
So screaming as in like running away, screaming like ah,
yeah,
freaking
like,
screaming. Okay. I mean, I'll look up the
I'll
stairs.
say that
or is
I'll
it
also
more
tell
like,
you.
Oh my God, it's just.
I'm going to tell you. You're going to hear. They're coming. They're coming. And like I said, you heard gunshots. And
I hear gunshots. I assume it's Simon shooting something. Frankly, so.
Okay, so that's what you hear. But we're going to come over here to Simon because it's his turn, and he has come back all the way over here.
By here, you mean back where I started?
Yeah. Well, you're not quite where you started.
Well, almost. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to start moving down the hallway here.
Okay.
Double speed.
Are you knocking on the doors?
Yeah, just doom, doom, doom,
Yeah,
doom.
and you'll hear the same thing, just movement and no voices.
Yep. Speaking some English, speaking some Russian, going kind of quick, just seeing if I hear any of my comrades talk back to me.
Yeah. All right. I'll say you get about halfway up that hallway, and then so we'll jump back over to you all. So you have heard some voices, and one of the people will come down the stairs. It will be a woman, and you will recognize her. She'll come running and start kind of like running towards you all. And like, we gotta get out of here. There's a lot of men up there, and they're shooting. They got the other 2.
Didn't I tell you to stay down here? I feel like I told you to stay down here.
Know what the hell to do? And she's just gonna Susan? No, Susan died. Remember, that's the one you sent into the room.
Oh yeah.
You never asked her name, this woman's name, but she doesn't have blonde hair, so you don't really care.
How many men did you see up there?
She just said a whole bunch, and she took off down this hall away from you guys.
Oh my god! All right, I'll pull out my pistol and just train it on the staircase.
I'll pull out my pistol and then
partial cover behind the wall so that I'm just kind of like leaning to give myself a
shot. I'll pull out my pistol and hand it to Declan.
All right.
I can't shoot anyway, so I'll find something else.
You will hear some running down the stairway. Theo, you can probably move up to the end here. I don't know that you probably, as you were getting closer, you might have heard faint shots. But other than that, you're kind of getting up there, and you will see a gentleman come running around the corner. He will be dressed in robes. He does have a gun, and he will look what appears to be like a cultist that you've seen before. Only he's not carrying a dagger this time. He has a gun.
Oh, shit. Can I shoot him?
I think Declan was training on it, so he can have a shot at him. I don't know that, Theo, you would be ready.
Okay. I had my gun out, but that's fine.
Oh, you did have your gun out? Okay. Well,
I've been shooting doors all night.
Yeah.
Well, true. Okay.
Well,
so,
how do you want to handle it then, sir?
Would you shoot if you saw him?
If I saw the cultist type guy and he's got a gun and the lady just told me that there were people shooting her friends, yeah.
Okay, then shoot at him.
Alright, so 3 shots. Looks like I got 2 hits. Jesus, 1 for 10 and 1 for 5.
Ooh, nice. So your first shot was an 85, which is a miss, and then you rolled a 71 and a 16. And then you did 10 and 15 damage. So the guy kind of comes down. You shoot him once in the chest. He takes one to the chest, and then you shoot him in kind of the leg, and he comes tumbling down the stairs dead. And so he just kind of falls at the bottom of the stairs. And you hear more movement. You'll kind of see this guy look around and like, I think we found them. They're down here. And so, Theo, you're kind of running up on here. What is your plan? And Jack, what are you doing? You handed your gun off to Declan.
Yep. So I'm going to use the blood that came out of that guy, and I'm going to use as much as I can, and I'm going to make an area protection spell around us.
The blood that fell down at the stairs?
Yeah, it's like, 20 feet from me?
Yeah, okay, so you're going to move over there.
Can I not?
Yeah, okay. You can. I'm just trying to understand. Okay, so as you do, there will be a cultist there that will see you. So, you're going to run there, and you can try to grab the blood, but they're going to get an attack on you.
Can I not? So I have to physically touch the blood to do this?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then I'll just use 2 of my own.
Okay.
I can hand you a mouse if you want.
Now just remember, your area protection is for magical things.
Well, I'm gonna hold in case one of these guys gets in close. I'll hold my action.
Okay. Theo, what are you kind of doing? You're running down. You saw Declan just shoot someone. They fell down the stairs. You've got your gun out. Are you going to just kind of move somewhere for cover, or sprint to the stairs and be like, ah?
I think I'm probably going to try and move behind Jack.
Okay.
And provide cover fire because it looks like he doesn't have a weapon.
I feel like using Jack for cover is a great idea.
Just close your eyes, Jack.
Never let go, Jack.
All right, so All right, that's going on there. We're going to get into combat there, but real quick, Simon, I think you're still kind of far away to hear the gunshots.
He almost
Oh, I am
be
sure.
farther away, could he?
I'm sure I am. I'm like in a hallway in the middle of nowhere with multiple walls between me and them.
Yeah, so
I will eventually get up here.
Yep, and you're going to come across 2 locked doors.
Yep, I'm going to try that one. It's locked, and so I will call back on the muse and say, hey, Magic Mike, what was that gibberish you told me before? Because I forgot.
You do need to make a roll for that.
What is it?
It should be on your skills.
It was a sanity I rolled last time, but it may have been something else.
I think you rolled sanity, but...
No, it wasn't. It was something else you had me roll. Was it a sanity? Maybe it was.
I did.
No,
that there is a spell that you have that allows you to make...
Oh, yeah.
I don't think we had you.
Yeah. I need to be rolling my inspiration. Here's you a 17 success.
All right. So you can roll me a D4.
And that is a 2.
All right. You will hear the words come into your head again, and but you will also hear kind of this that, remember, there is a cost.
Yeah.
And so you will have 2. You will remember the spell again, and you'll have 2 abilities to use it.
All right. So does this count as one with me using it for this door?
Yep.
All right. So I'll use it for one with this one, and I imagine that'll be my turn because I just ran forever to get down there too.
All right. So you open up a door, and we are now going to be in combat. So Theo and Declan, you both have your guns out. Mark this. And the cultist also have guns.
What kind of guns are the cultists using? Can we tell?
I don't know that you can tell. So, but it will put up... Theo, you are up first. You can't see anyone yet.
So if I step in the doorway, I can't see this guy at the top of the stairs?
Yeah, I can say you can see him.
Try and shoot him a few times. It is 1 successful shot.
So you had an 88, which is a failure, 95, which is a failure, and then you did roll a 65. But you shot him pretty good, and you hit him, and he will fall down the stairs. And he will fall down. Well, not necessarily fall down. He'll just kind of fall down, and he will be dead.
I'll take a step back into the room.
Okay. Another cultist will come down the stairs, and his turn is up. He'll have his gun out, and he is going to be able to at least see Declan, and he's going to take a shot at Declan. He fails, though. He shoots at you and misses. And he's going to keep kind of running down this way on the other to get to this side of the wall. And that will bring up you, Declan.
Well, I'll just poke my nose around and shoot at him 3 times.
All right.
So 3 shots, 41 success, 97 failure, 25 success, 1 damage, 5 damage. Total of 6 damage to him.
Okay. You shoot him, and he looks wounded, but he's still up. And that will then bring up another cultist comes down the stairs. He too will have a gun, and he is going to kind of come at this angle and be able to see Theo. And he's going to take a shot at Theo. And that is a miss. And then another cultist will come down. He's a thankful cultist. He'll kind of stay a little bit up here to kind of get an angle on Declan, and he will try to shoot. That is a 13, so he will hit you, Declan. And he does 2 damage to you, Declan. You get hit by the bullet, just catching you kind of grazed on the side.
Yep.
All right. And then that will bring up Jack.
Well, I guess I will draw my switchblade because I have no magic that can damage anything. Is the Proud Cultist still here?
Even though I ran in through the door and around the corner?
I would say he just kind of caught you barely.
Okay.
This guy directly through the doorway to our right. Is he still there?
Yes.
He is?
Yes.
All right, I guess run up and try and stab him, I suppose.
All right.
Sure you don't want your gun back?
My gun is a 25. Like, it's worse than my brawl.
There you go.
There you go.
Whoa.
Ooh.
And
There
I'm
you
gonna
go.
hit him for a 4, so...
I'm going to start calling you Switchblade.
Give the Boston Dick a switchblade and watch him go to town.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
4 damage.
And you're going to run up. He had already been wounded, but you just catch him just right, and you stab him with the knife, and you feel him go limp in your arms, and he falls down, and he is dead.
I'm gonna run back to where I was.
Okay. So he is gone. That will then bring up Simon. You're over here. I'm going to say that you probably can hear these gunshots now. And you are hearing them towards the west over here. This long hallway, there's not as many walls in that. Plus, this door's open, so you're probably going to see some movement. Or not, you wouldn't see the movement. That's pretty far away, but you would hear the gunshots.
I think even moving double speed gets me about halfway down the hallway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I will move in that direction. I will stop moving casually.
You will hear a woman to the north of you screaming, running down the hallway. Now, as you are doing this, you will start to hear the sound of doors unlocking, coming from your hallway down.
When you mean your hallway, who are you talking to? Simon
I'm
or
talking
us?
to Jack, and you're the hallway that you guys are down. The doors behind you, kind of south of you, you start to hear unlocking.
Okay, so not the hallway south of me?
No.
Okay.
Are they unlocking or are they breaking out of their cell?
It sounds like the doors are unlocking. Like you just hear the sound like a.
Okay.
That is odd.
And Jack, let's see, it's probably no, you wouldn't have it. Never mind. Okay. So that'll bring us up to the top of the next round. And that brings up, I think, we had Declan up first. No, Theo. I don't know if Simon if he pulled out his gun.
My gun's been out since I got out of my cell. I've been carrying it the whole time.
So Simon, I guess you're up first. You're coming close enough now that you... So, but really you're only going to be able to move. It's not like you're going to probably get close enough to be able to attack anything. So you just kind of come running up, but you will start to see your fellow investigators. And Theo, you are up.
If I take a 5-foot step to my right here, can I look down the hallway? Do I see anything coming out yet?
No. You will hear that the doors are... You heard the doors. It sounds like they're unlocking, but you don't see the door. Anything happening with the doors yet.
I'm going to turn back in front. And can I get a shot off on both of these guys?
Sure. You want to shoot one at each or two at one, or what are you going to
do? 2 at the envious cultist, 1 at the thankful.
Mm-hmm. Do it.
Looks like a 37, 90, and 11 for 2 successes.
You hit each of them once.
Yeah. So that is 6 to the envious cultist and 12, which is max damage on the thankful cultist.
The thankful cultist thanks you as he dies. And he falls down, and now it's only the envious cultists left. Are you doing anything else? You would probably, by moving over, you would see Simon in the distance, kind of running towards you with his gun out.
I am actually going to move through that doorway to get away from the hallway with everything opened.
Okay.
And then, do I have enough time to swap my weapons? Or do I have to wait until next round to do that?
You'll have to wait till next round.
Okay. Then that's me.
All right. That then brings up Declan.
All right, so I'll move here. I will use the 32 that was handed to me. It's like 2 hits and a miss, 63 is a hit, 58 is a hit, and a 91 that is a failure. For 1 damage, 3 damage.
All right.
So a total of 4.
So you kind of clip him. He's still up. Wait, no, he took, 5 damage earlier?
6.
6? Okay, yeah. No, he's actually, you got enough that he will die.
Okay.
And
do I hear anybody else coming down the stairs?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to push into that room.
Okay.
And move to stand at the base of the stairs and still hold my gun trained in that direction.
Okay. And that will bring up Jack.
My sight's gone, I assume.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna cast protection.
Okay.
So these guys are dead, so I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna grab some of this guy's blood, and I'm gonna do an area protection.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get as much HP, blood out of off this guy as I can and use it. So basically I'm gonna stand on his body.
You gotta like jump on his body to pump out more blood.
Pretty much.
Yeah, okay. Alright.
4 HP. So do I do the 4 HP and then get the 2 advantage, or what? How do you want me to do that?
You will be able to use it just a regular. You're not going to be able to get the advantage with that blood.
Seriously?
Yeah. If you want advantage, you got to hurt yourself.
No, seriously, because I rolled a 70 and I got a 77 and I had to beat a 70. What, 71?
A little bit more of that luck.
Yeah, you got any luck left?
I do. I'm going to do it. Because I don't think this is going to be a good thing coming down this hall.
So, alright, so your bubble is up, and you are able to kind of have a protection, and it'll extend to kind of you, and I guess move forward a little bit more, you'll have the doorway here blocked off. Okay.
And that's what I was going for. So
yeah, I figured. So with that, everyone's had their turn. You're going to hear the doors start to open, and you're going to see these creatures come out, and I will get you images. These creatures step out, and when you first see them, they look like people, but they're in kind of rags and robes. And as you look closer, their faces look off, like they don't have faces, or you can't really make out anything. And there's all these just strange creatures just walking out in the hallway coming towards you. They don't run, they're just kind of lumbering. They push open the doors, and you're gonna see quite a few popping out in this hallway to the south, and the one will try to approach towards you, Jack, but it'll hit the kind of the protection, and it'll just stop there. Like it tries to keep walking, but it can't get through. Declan, you will hear to the east of you doors start to open, and you will hear a faint scream of a woman as she was running down that hallway, and that's all you will hear is just this scream. So that's going to bring us up to the top of the round. There are no cultists apparently that appear to be on the stairwell, but you do have these creatures that are now pouring out into the hallways that are marching towards you.
I think it's time to get the hell out of here, yeah?
Jack's just kind of looking over and Simon and Theo's direction, like, let's fucking go, guys.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether I can actually see the creatures yet based on where I'm at, so I would
Yeah, and you would have seen, though, Jack, you probably see Jack turning and, like, what the heck? And then you see kind of this green energy that goes around, which you would recognize as his protection spell. So I think you would think something is coming.
Is Gandalf bubble going?
Yep.
Yeah, I was going to be like the wizard's casting a bubble there, Theodore. Y'all are over here fogging it, fellas. Did you find a way out?
Yeah, past Jack, up the stairs.
Oh, I'll start moving that way.
Yep. I would say you can get into that room. As you get in there, you would see down the hallway these creatures standing in the hallway that you see to the south of you as well. But they are not necessarily... They would be able to get through the doorway because Jack's bubble will not block off that doorway from where he's standing. So, I believe, Greg, you're up next. Or Greg, sorry. Theo, you're up. You would be able to get in that room, and then I don't know if you want to do anything, or are you going to head to the stairs?
Would I be able to get over here to close the door?
Sure. Just remember, this is a door that you shot open.
Right. It doesn't have a latch, but I can lean up against it.
Okay, yeah. So you're leaning up against it to close it? All right.
Give us a little bit of time to get everyone in here and out.
That should bring up Declan. Are you heading up the stairs to...
Yeah. So I'm going to reload my 38 as I go up the stairs.
Okay.
And try and just trail blaze if I can.
All right. You will get up the stairs and to the door, and as you open up the door, it leads into a different part. It resembles somewhat of like a room of almost to a house. It looks like there's a house built here. So you will come into it. It's not the stone walls that you saw below. And you'll come into this room. You will see a door open that leads into a hallway, and there will be 2 dead bodies there of the people that you saw run past you that tried to leave. And that's all you will see. It appears to be clear, at least to the hallway.
Okay, I'll shout back to tell them to get up here.
Okay. So, at that, you will have the creatures kind of coming up to the field, and over here for Theo. Theo, I need you to make me a strength roll.
Can I do luck on that?
I'm going to tell you it won't matter.
Yeah.
Because you're doing a contested roll, and they rolled a 6, which is going to be an extreme success. And so, Theo, you're going to have these creatures start banging on the door, and they're strong enough that they push you back, and they are able to come through the door. Now, you get knocked back, I would say about 5 feet. One of them will make it up to you. You're not quite in his protection bubble, and it will reach out and attempt to touch you.
Do I go before or after these things?
You'll go after.
Okay.
Because you were holding the wall. You were up first, but you were holding your bubble there, so that was your turn. All right. Okay. It attempts to try to touch you, Theo, but it does not get close enough. And it's right up there on there, but we'll lead to the top of the turn order. Once you guys get out of here, we'll probably call that a night. We'll stop there. But Jack, you are up. You don't have your gun, so you're not up. So I apologize, Jack. You would be able to go now. I forgot you didn't have your gun out.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Since you guys are here, I'm gonna move into this room.
And that would push the creature, push him back. And it'll kind of just be pushing on the bubble, like trying to get in, but...
Yeah, and if it extends out far enough, I mean, I'd try and get on the stairs, but if it doesn't, I'd be fine with this level.
No, I think you're gonna have to, because Simon, with where he's at, might leave him outside the bubble.
I think from here we can all just kind of move in the bubble and get.
I was actually here on the stairs, but it blocks off my vision. I can't see once I move here. Like it blocks off that hallway.
Well, there's supposed to be a wall. That's a stairwell up. So where Declan is standing right now is the stairwell that you get at the bottom.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah.
I get you.
So Simon, you can move up there. Is anyone going to try to shoot at these creatures, or are you just going to run up the stairs?
I'm probably going to walk by this guy and fire 3 shots as I'm moving by on this first guy.
You can fire and then head up the stairs.
Yep, 3 successes on him as I'm moving by.
One of the 96.
Does not matter. That's an 8, a 6, and a 2.
All right, so you hit that first guy. You watch him just take these shots and doesn't even seem to phase him.
Okay. Yeah, it's almost point blank too. I'm just walking by, popping 3 shots right in him as I'm walking by.
And you don't even see. You don't even see like it jolts a little bit, but it doesn't seem to wince in pain or anything. It just keeps trying to walk through the field. And it have its hands up, and it's kind of banging on the field. You would see that like a kind of an ooze comes off, but it starts to come out and it just solidifies.
Ew.
Not solidifies, but it just it doesn't keep oozing like it's bleeding. It coagulates really quickly. So with that, Simon is up. You're going to come up to that large room with Declan, and that would lead then to Theo.
Following Simon out.
Okay, so you're up, and then I think Jack would follow behind, right?
Yep.
All right. Are you guys going to do, once you're past that, are you going to close the door behind you that led at the top of the stairs?
Absolutely.
And lock it, yeah.
Okay. All right, so you're able to do that. You are able to, it actually does lock, and you're able to lock it, and you guys are up there, and we're going to stop there tonight. So with that, we thank you for joining us. Please hit the like and subscribe, and we will be back next week to see how they handle what's coming next.
DungeonBrew.
Simon, you have a bag on you. Open the bag and look what's in there.
I do?
It was your bag magically appears. You've been carrying stuff with you. I mean, you've had stuff, whatever.
A little baggie in your coat pocket.
We're suddenly carrying
You open it up.
He's planting drugs on you.
No, you pull out. There's a small.
You've been a mule. He's got opaque cocaine and opium.
Yes, that's what the Cthulhu mythos is all about.